Hello, Moist Voicers. Welcome back. Another episode of Moist Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Norstar. That other guy, not the fan favorite. You know him. That's Jason. You can see him. Hello.
I mean, it's hard not to see me. I'm a sizable guy.
Yeah, that's a whole mood and a relatable subject. Because speaking of sizable guy, I'm going to the Chinese buffet after we get done here. I know you got some plans, but I'm gonna go fat boy it up. Might even hit the thrift store because it's in the same shopping center. I need to get some clothes. Might see what they got to offer. I haven't been to a thrift store in it's been a long time. I don't
I've been to one in a while either.
I don't even know if they'll have my size.
The degrees in a circle. You are the circle.
The oval.
Yeah, right.
I'm the size of an office.
Yeah, we got some plans later. Speaking of fat boying it up, I actually forgot to take my picture this morning. I ate my breakfast so fast, I wasn't able to snap a picture for we fat boy on Saturdays.
That's probably for the better.
It probably is. It just made you more hungry. You'd been trying to get out here early.
Based on what it did to you.
Oh yeah, I had a bathroom emergency. I had a bath. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, thank you.
Bathroom emergency.
Yeah, he decided that it was a really good idea. That while I was like saying his name, hey, yo, Jason, where you at? And then he's like, I had to go do this and that and blah blah blah, and it looked like this. And I was like, you could have just said you went to the bathroom. I don't. He felt that he needed to give me detail. I didn't know we were at that point in our friendship.
I mean, how could we not be with everything else we've gone through? Kind of have to be.
I mean, he finds time to give me those details. Just like, for some reason, he always just finds time for me, but not always his housework.
I don't, but you know what? I'm dedicated. I am dedicated to this podcast. I know. You know what? I find time for this in small spaces where I really shouldn't, and I mean, I'm not going to say it's your fault, but I've gotten yelled at a few times by Sweet Tits because of this.
My fault.
No, I'm saying it's not your fault. It's usually my fault.
Okay, I was about to say, because for the record, let's go ahead and debunk my fault.
I am very dedicated to this podcast. What he's referring to, however, is I changed I did some housework over the past couple weeks, and this past weekend I installed an exterior light where the old one was, and holy fuck, I wish that I could find a way for the people who used to own my house to see this. Fuck you in every way possible, because you don't know how to fix or install shit.
So
I had to.
What he's getting at is that I called him the other day to talk about some podcast stuff, what we were doing, that I archived all the old episodes and that we're strictly uploading to YouTube now. Gave him the details and some other stuff. I don't. Was that when we had the analytics conversation?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So we talked podcast stuff. I had to,
at the middle of me on a ladder.
I had to small brain it for him.
Hey.
Did I or did I not?
You may have clarified a word or two, but you ain't small brain nothing. Don't come at me like that. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Anyway, He had screws in his mouth. I could barely understand him, and I was like, he was telling me that this light on the outside of his house it's been fucked up for a really long time, and it just like was half-ass rigged into there. And I was like, how long have you had your house? Why are you just now getting to this? So that's when I was like, you find time for me, but not an outside light. I felt,
and to be clear, Moist Voices, he says that like it's a bad thing.
No, I felt
he
special.
Says it like he's you find time for me, but not for your house. I'm sorry. Should I just blow you off every chance I get to go fix my house?
Well, that depends. Are you blowing me off literally, or?
Oh my God! Look, there ain't no slow blows going on in here. Don't come at me like that. Anyway, I did install.
I got $20.
You're. I love that joke, but my mortgage is more than $20. Anyway, I installed the exterior light. I also installed 2 ceiling fans, which I'm very proud of myself for, because I've never installed a ceiling fan. And in the master bedroom, I had to run a wire. So I had to take drywall out and drill through some joists and run an actual wire to a switch. And I was frustrated because electricity kind of scares me. I'm not real fond of it. But you know what? I got it done, and now we've got a big old fucking whirly bird in the fucking ceiling in the master bedroom.
I'm sure.
Remote. It's awesome.
I'm sure Abster is gonna have a great time hearing you talk about you installed a light and some ceiling fans.
Why is he in construction?
No, he's just. I feel like he's gonna enjoy that part, which is weird because Abster voted for me on fan favorite, but he has stated to me multiple times that he says I like that Jason guy.
Everybody likes me,
but he still voted for me, so that just goes to show you that it don't matter how much you were liked, I'm liked more.
Okay, that may be true, or is he just maybe pacifying your ego?
Now we're homies.
Yeah, you can be homies. That doesn't mean he has to like you more than me. That means he voted for you, so you didn't go, we're homies. Why don't you vote for me?
Nah, yeah, I don't think he would have done that.
I don't think he would have either. I'm just talking shit because I'm still like the tiniest bit salty that I'm not the fan favorite. I'm even more salty because we all know who it would actually be, but my fucking dog doesn't get a vote in this.
Speaking of salty, so I went to the grocery store. I think it was Sunday or Saturday. I don't know. Not important. I was grabbing some energy drinks before work because we had a long night. We were counting inventory. And I was like, let me get like a quick snack because I'm fucking hungry and I need something. So I was like, maybe I get some beef jerky.
Oh, strong choice.
Nah, maybe I get some Slim Jims. Nah.
Nah.
In that section, bro, I saw they had Cinnamon Toast Crunch popcorn.
I've never heard of this before. Now, is this like popcorn or like a bag of popcorn?
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch popcorn. And it is exactly what you think it is. It is like caramel popcorn looking, but it has like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch dust on the outside. And on the original bite, it doesn't really hit you. It's the aftertaste when you're like, oh, that's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now, I'm not usually a fan of like sweets, but if you listen to the episode where we did cereal for the Mount Rushmore, fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch was number one. And I fucking love it. Bro, I was just eating, because I was waiting to punch in, and then I was just gonna try it. I just want to try it. I want to see what it tastes like. Bro, I ate more than half the bag just standing there for a few minutes. I was Lord. That's when I put it in. I was like, this is dangerous because
what size bag? Are we talking about a little snack bag?
It's just it was around the size of like an Utz chip bag, like not the family size, but the regular size one. It was around that.
Like the value size. I got you. Okay.
And it was delicious.
Oh shit.
And I'm not big for sweets, and for me to just demolish that, I had to stop myself. I was like, this is fucking good.
I feel like you need to clarify. You're not big on sweets unless it's a 6-pack of Reese's.
But that's not even all the time though.
No, but
like I don't eat too many sweets because I don't have much of a sweet tooth. But there are
I don't either.
Like typically when I have sweet cravings, I just go get some fucking peanut butter and jelly, and that suffices.
Man, strong choice.
But it's delicious.
I've never heard of it.
I have no fucking clue who makes it, but all I know is that it's fucking delicious. And if you see it, try it. If you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. And on that same vein of finding things in the stores and whatnot, we talked about it when I was on the phone with you when you were small braining me, which I don't think you did. We were talking about the Ghost Energy having the different flavors.
My bad. Sheets. I didn't small brain him, Moist Voicers, but I definitely hit him. He was definitely somewhat of a smooth brain.
I was in the middle of some shit. All right, I had screws in my mouth. I was trying not to curse out loud in front of my house where my neighbors were going to judge me, because they probably know the old owners of my house. Anyway, I found that Sheets, I don't know how many people across the country know what a Sheets is. It's kind of like a Wawa. It's kind of like a Buc-ee's.
It's a made-to-order place. Right. More often than not is also attached to like a gas station. Like it has its own gas station. It's just a made-to-order place. Store. It's fast food, but like it's made to order.
Yes, so they are now selling Ghost Energy, and I grabbed the cherry limeade. And you talk about something that's dangerous, boy. A cherry limeade. I took 2 sips and then I damn near chugged the whole thing because it was that damn good.
Yeah, so it's sugar free too.
Yes,
and they did a phenomenal job with their flavors. So
they really did.
I believe we have talked about it on the podcast before, but I'm gonna say it again. if you like energy drinks and you like flavored energy drinks, try Ghost Energy. It is fucking delicious. They have Sour Patch Kids flavors. There's like 2 or 3. They have Warhead flavors.
I got like 3 of them.
They have like some sort of like peach mango or something. They have the cherry limeade. They have Swedish fish. They have orange creamsicle. And a few others that I can't remember. But like for being a sugar-free drink, they're pretty fucking close to the flavoring, and it's delicious. So Ghost is made, the company that owns it, they're like a fitness company, and they're diving into like this realm now. So as far as I am aware right now, the main places you can find them are at like gas stations similar to that, like 7-Eleven, Sheetz and shit. Maybe Royal Farms and Wawa. I'm not sure about that, but I know for certain 7-Eleven sells them. GNC, Vitamin Shop, shit like that. They sell them.
Really? Okay.
I feel like as word gets spread around for it, you're gonna start seeing them in a lot more places, and even like smaller like gas stations. But it's fucking Ghost Energy. It's good. It's delicious. It's dangerous, actually.
Yeah, I agree. I will tell you what, when I grab that cherry limeade, I'm like 2 seconds off going on Amazon and buying a case of it. That's how good it is. Like it's
not
amazing.
It's not dangerous in the sense that it's going to kill you, but like it's dangerous because it is delicious, but it's also a heavily caffeinated energy drink, and you could easily drink a few thinking you're sipping on some fucking juice or something.
Yes, I will push back just a little bit though. So they're 200 milligrams, which actually isn't.
That's a lot.
It's not a lot for one. It's not a lot for one can. Bang's 300.
Yeah, but that's
like don't drink that.
That's OD. But like 200 is still a lot. That's
it is.
That's significantly more than a cup of coffee. Like a lot more.
I think a cup of coffee is what, 120, right around there. 100, 120. We've talked about it before. No, a cup of coffee is like 120 milligrams.
I'm pretty sure it's less than that.
All right, well, Moist Voice, you can comment, correct us if we're wrong.
Let's find out how much caffeine is in an average cup of coffee.
I was like 100.
I think it's 80.
Is it 80?
80 to 100.
80 to okay. All right, so I was a little bit
most
high.
8-ounce cups of coffee contain 80 to 100 milligrams of caffeine. But the caffeine content can vary considerably depending on several factors, including coffee type, brewing method, and brand. Caffeine can be part of the healthy diet for most people. However, too much caffeine can be unsafe. Don't you say that to me.
Right? It's like keep it under 1,000 milligrams. It's like, look, I can barely do that on a fucking 12-hour day.
Yeah, it's between 80 and 100. That's my point. It's still a lot more. It's double.
No, it is. I also know and have a lot of family who are like ex-military who they fucking double. You know how you were like, I'm double scooping it? Yeah, they double scoop their coffee in the morning. So
I fucking, speaking of which, I'm about to double scoop again.
Oh Jesus!
I haven't been to sleep, bro.
My man's having a night. Look, Moist Voices, we talked about this last week. You know, he's having the female issues. He's looking for a good girl. What's he do? He's up texting, can't get it. He get left on red, gets salty about it, stays up. I'm gonna take a nap. Gets text back. He ain't been to sleep yet.
I did not get salty about it.
I don't know.
No, don't go taking my words out of context. That is not what happened.
For female, he ain't slept yet.
Most of what he said was true, but I did not get salty. She hadn't responded back in a little bit, and I was tired, so I fucking was like, all right, I'm gonna try and get some sleep because I was tired. And then she texted me back after I fell asleep, and I woke up, and then she didn't text me back again for a little bit, and then I was like, well, I guess I'm up. And then the boys were on playing New World.
Saturdays for the boys.
So then we got on the Discord and fucking, play some New World with the boys. We did
New World. How long have you been on New World this morning?
Oh, I just got off when we were doing the podcast. Like I was late because we were playing New World.
No, when did you get on?
Probably like 2 a.m.
Woo! So you did a full day's work on New World.
Oh yeah, bro, it was good. We were
putting a full shift.
We were PvEing and everything.
I got you. Well, good. Hey, Saturdays are for the boys, right?
Well, we were leveling up our season pass, and like we're all at the point where we don't do too much PvE anymore. And for those of you non-gamers, let me smooth brain it for you. PvE means player versus everything, whereas PvP is player versus player. Player versus player is like the multiplayer where you actually play against people. Whereas
I think you're wrong. Is PvE not player versus enemy? Is it everything?
Everything.
Is it?
Everything, enemy, environment, it's everything.
Okay. Well, you just then you know what? I'm a smooth brain. You just taught me something. I thought it was player versus enemy.
Anyway.
Yeah, right.
So PvE is like when you're playing against the AI built into the game, you know? When you're going to farm, you're fighting the fucking random spawns out in the open world. So we were doing that. We were closing corrupted portals. You don't know what that is, but so what happens in Eternum, New World, that's what their world is called, Eternum. There are these corrupted portals. The corrupted are a bane of my existence enemy that if you ever played Destiny, they're similar to like the Hive and stuff like that. They're their own like little thing. And they're everywhere. And these portals come in our territories, and it'll be like a circle. There'll be a major portal and then smaller portals around, and you have to go in, fight the enemies. Some have waves, and then you close it, and then boom, it goes away. The corrupted can't fucking spawn there anymore. So how that ties into the game more so is that all of the territories are player owned, so company based. So there's right now 11. There was 12. They just closed off First Light. There are wars, which we've talked about what the wars are. I've shown some clips of what the wars are. 50v50s. You're fighting to either keep control of your territory or take control of another territory. And so after a war, so every company has a siege timer. It's between 3 p.m. and 12 p.m. If you own the territory, you can set what your siege timer is. And then that's whenever a war procs, that's what time the war will be. On average, it's between 8 to 10 o'clock p.m. is what people set theirs as. At least on NA East. I don't know what they do in EU or on the West Coast. But anyway, so after a war, an invasion procs. And so while there's an invasion happening, any influence that you like your faction puts into a territory is like it doesn't matter. Like you can still do it, but you can't start a war yet because an invasion is coming. An invasion, corrupted. What happens is that they attack your fort in your territory. That's where wars happen, but that's where the invasions happen too. They attack. It's like I like to consider it's war for the PvEers. Because they fucking get a kick out of the invasions. That's their wars.
You fucking hate them.
Because they're fucking boring.
I mean you hate the PvEers.
No, because they're fucking boring.
Same.
Anyway, so what happens is the corrupted come in. There's waves. You have to hold them off for 30 minutes. I think it might be 25 now. I don't know, but like they actually just updated. Apparently, it's gotten harder. I'm not sure. I don't fucking do them. But if you don't win your invasion, your territory gets downgraded. What that means is that there are in every territory there's a loom for getting like phoenix weave and stuff like that. That's used for crafting clothing. You have your tannery, you have your smelter and all that stuff. Tier 1 to tier 5.
Smelter.
It has to be tier 5 for you to craft the highest level stuff. If you lose your invasion, some of your stuff is going to get downgraded to tier 4. People are pissed off because they can't craft the high level stuff. They're going to go craft in another territory. You don't want to piss the people off. Win your invasions. It's fun. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that you can slow down or stop invasions from proccing by going in your territory and closing these portals. Because if there's tiers to it, so if X amount of portals are happening and like they keep popping up, that's once it gets to a certain tier, that's when the invasion is going to pop. But you can cut that down, slow it down just by closing the portals. I'm rambling. Anyway, we were closing portals.
Definitely.
I just had to explain what a portal was to all the non-gamers because I know there are non-gamers. Plus, there's also non-New Worlders that play.
That's fine.
But New World is an MMORPG, if you didn't know. It's the first and only action combat MMO.
Just a small tidbit of gaming. So the game that I'm looking forward to, Starfield, is still currently on track to release in September. And I made a funny comment last night to Rachel and got damn near yelled at. So my wedding is October 7th. It comes out September 6th. I said, "Oh look, babe." I said, "The game, it comes out a month before, and it's gonna ruin the month before our wedding." she goes, and I was like, "What was that about?" She goes, I know you're going to be on that game while we're trying to finalize and get everything done for the wedding. It's like, you're going to be on that game and we're going to have arguments about it. I was like, you're probably not wrong.
I'm a smooth brain, bro. I'm so glad you told me your wedding is October 7th because my brain kept thinking it was on your birthday.
No,
yeah. So my brain kept thinking it was on your birthday, and until you just said that, I was still thinking that that's your anniversary.
No. Yes, yeah. That's the anniversary of us dating.
Yeah.
You may have gotten confused because I think more than once I've mentioned that my wedding is on my mother's birthday.
No, that's why. No,
I haven't mentioned. Okay, all right.
Well, no, you probably have, but the reason I'm confused is because
you just saw my birthday.
That's your anniversary.
Correct.
And the only reason I remembered that was because Rachel mentioned it recently. Because when I was talking to her about her Amazon password, and I was like, you create things to remember things, and I was like, I suck at remembering dates, and she was like, well, Jason can never forget ours because it's on his birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
So just a couple little small things just to round it all out. So my birthday is October 13th. That's the day we picked to officially start dating because she knows that I'm horrible at remembering dates. So we did this on purpose.
Yeah, she told me.
It's a strong relationship move for anybody that's wondering. Just pick one of your birthdays for an anniversary, and then you can never forget. She also gets off the hook because she only has to get me one gift instead of two. It's kind of like kids that have their birthdays near Christmas. I'm getting duped out of a gift. October 7th, however, is a couple days before that. That was my mother's birthday, who sadly she's passed now. But we also picked that day because the one stipulation she made like 3 or 4 years ago, she's like, just marry me before you're 40. So I turned 40 this year. So So she's like, yeah, get married before 40. I'm like, a whole 6 days. You're really cutting it down there, huh?
They cut it real fucking close,
real fucking close. But I am getting married before I'm 40, so whatever. It is what it is.
Okay, so I need to. Go ahead. I need to make a note.
He's gonna put it in his calendar so he doesn't forget it again, like he's probably gonna anyway.
No. I need to I need to request off work.
Oh yeah. You do. Question for that. On the same vein, are you coming here the night before and staying here, or are you just coming here
that's the plan. It's on what day is it on? Saturday?
It's on a Saturday, so you'd have to be here on a Friday night. We do. Croc is still coming to the wedding. I gotta get with him, find out if he's doing the hotel thing or if he's coming here. Brian, Mr. I'm not gonna throw his last name out here. He is actually moving to North Carolina soon. So he's actually, I don't know if he's gonna drive up and he's gonna stay here. Basically, I may have like a bachelor pad situation going on the Friday night.
I'm just excited to see Brian because I haven't seen him in so long.
You haven't seen me in so long, aside from, us looking at our beautiful faces on Discord every week.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Oh, you don't care about me? But no. Yeah, I know, I get it.
3 reasons I'm coming to this wedding. 4. 5. 1, just Croc's coming.
Yeah.
But I had already decided before.
Which will officially be the first time I've met him. So,
same.
Yeah.
2, Brian's coming.
Right.
To see Brian. 3, I get to meet Alfred. 4, you got bacon.
I am gonna have bacon.
And I don't even remember what the 5th is, but it's not about you.
Meeting Rachel. Seeing Rachel. That better be one. She watches this. Go ahead, say it. Just don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5.
Yeah, number 5. Okay. Meeting sweet tits.
The point that I was making was I may end up having to open up the camper and set beds up. I might have a full fucking house of people staying here Friday night.
Oh, I told you I'd sleep in the camper.
I get it, but
run an extension cord, give me a little fan, I'll be good.
No, it's plugged in. You can turn the AC on.
Oh, how fucking sleeping in the camper? Called it.
Yeah, no, I got a TV. I get it, but I don't know how many people are going to be here.
You got a TV in there?
No, there's no TV.
I'll bring mine.
I mean, you can just. All right, yeah.
I got.
Bring your laptop. You don't have a laptop. You got a PC.
Oh, I'll borrow yours.
You act technically you could
Easy.
but well we also are doing. Remember, we're doing the podcast that night too.
I thought we were doing it Sunday.
No, the wedding Saturday. Sunday I'm resting because Monday I'm flying out. I'm going to St. Lucia. I'm going.
Yeah, I thought we decided to do it the Sunday though. After the wedding.
No, you want to do it before the wedding. I don't know if I'm going to be functional the day after the wedding.
That's the best part.
Yeah, okay.
Because we get to tell the Moist Voicers all about the wedding.
All right, maybe that's an option. Maybe we'll talk about it.
That's where all the content is, because we all we have going into it is just preparation and what we think it's going to be like. But then the real content is, how drunk did we get him last night? How much of a fool of himself did he make? How much of a fool did we make of ourselves?
Absolutely. The answer is yes to all.
Yeah, I think that's where the real content's at.
Right. So we'll move on from that. But yeah, we're all looking forward to the wedding. We're gonna get into another topic of mine about this week. This week at work kicked my fucking ass. Oh, what's up?
Real quick, Moist Voicers. I gotta let you know, because speaking of this, in a couple of weeks, you're not gonna see my handsome face for one of these episodes.
Thank God.
I'm gonna be on vacation with my family. We're recording right before I leave. So that'll leave that week, but then there's gonna be another week where I won't be home, and I could record from my brother's house, but it would be real janky because I'm pretty sure he just has a laptop. I don't think he has a webcam. Definitely doesn't have a mic. So Jason's gonna record, not by himself. He's gonna have a guest.
I still want to know who this is.
Yeah, I haven't told him yet.
I mean, really.
But so I got to smooth brain this whole operation to him for him to be able to do this, because he's gonna have to set up all the overlays. He's gonna have to switch the overlays properly. He's gonna have to upload the video to YouTube. He's gonna have to do all of this.
I got my notepad ready.
It's so fucking easy.
You say that?
No, it is so simple. My system, I am at minimal fucking effort on how I set this up and do it. So
good. That's a good thing.
Like you don't even have to edit any videos.
Are we gonna play 20 questions for the guests? Are you gonna tell me, or is it just gonna be a surprise? Like, you got to make the overlay. I'm gonna find out who it is eventually.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, all right. We'll deal with that later. You're gonna tell me the last fucking minute.
Absolutely, yeah,
absolutely. So anyway, what I was getting into is this week at work kicked my fucking ass. As we talked about either last week, or the week before, swamp ass is real again. Shrek going rounds in the swamp. It was hot this week again. 90s, high 90s. I had an issue at work, so I fucked my work van up.
Oh yes, he did. Moist Voicers.
Yeah, go ahead, put the picture up.
Hold on. Where are we at?
It's a nice little picture. So, essentially, what happened was I went to work. I was trying to throw some stuff away.
Moist Voicers.
My van got stuck in the mud.
Look what he did.
Yeah, look what I did.
Look what he did. Look what he did to this van.
My van got stuck in the mud next to a dumpster. So the super showed up. I'm like, hey, man, hook me up. Pull me out. He's got a Dodge Ram. I'm like, all right, we're cool. No, he's got a rear-wheel drive Dodge Ram. Of all the useless trucks you could pull up in, it's a rear-wheel drive in the mud. So he pulled me out. He got me off the dumpster. And then he tried to pull me over, and my van ended up turned around up against the side of the dumpster. And he was pulling me out, and I'm like trying to drive, and I heard, and I was like, oh, and I look back. The corner of the dumpster went through the window. So this took about 3 hours to get me off and backed up, and I was still stuck. So I did what I had to do. My boss had to end up coming like an hour away, yanked me out with his dually, fucking GMC dually diesel, and he finally got me out. We got it back to the shop. Luckily, the only damage was that window. They yanked the window out. They put a new window in same day, no problem. But yeah, that was an interesting day because I was upset, frustrated. The day that this happened, I had also just gotten my mid-year bonus, So they give me a bonus, and the way I repay them is putting a dumpster through the fucking window.
Make them fork out more money.
Right, make them fork out more money. You know. I appreciate
Well,
y'all.
technically, that's not your fault, right? Because you weren't pulling it.
It was. No, it was because I should have never gotten that close to the dumpster to get stuck in the first place. When I pulled in, I saw it was a little muddy. I was like, I'll be all right. Nah, I wasn't all right. I got close. I was being lazy. I was trying to just reach in, toss trash right into the dumpster. I was like that far from the dumpster. And as soon as I went to put it in drive, the whole van just went. I was
wait. So the reason that you were in this predicament is because you didn't want to get the fuck out of your van to throw some trash away?
No. I wanted to be as close to the dumpster as I could so I didn't have to walk to throw stuff away. I wanted to just grab it out of the van, toss it in the dumpster. Grab it out of the van, toss it in the dumpster. So I got way too close to the dumpster. I should have never been that close to that dumpster. I should have pulled on the stones and walked it and got muddy feet and thrown it away. It was my fault completely.
Moist Voicers, there is your forehead moment of the week.
100%, 1,000%. If it looks muddy and you've got a Ford Transit rear wheel drive with nothing for tires on it, don't go in the mud. Just don't. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
But the owners of my company are super cool. They was like, look, man, shit happens. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. They got it fixed the very same day. My van now, the only one they could get was a tinted window. So now my van is fishbowl except for the side window, which has 5% tint on it, which is weird. But it's really nice that they don't like freak out on me. They're just like, hey, stuff happens. And that would bring us into, if you want to, our let's talk about it for the week. No? You want to talk about that? What do you want to talk about?
Well, a couple things. One, I didn't even agree for that to be the let's talk about it.
Yes, you did.
No, I fucking did not.
You said I can see it.
Yeah. Is that me saying, yeah, let's go with that?
Yeah. All right,
no, it's not.
You got something better?
Yes.
Okay. What you got?
This is my segment.
Oh.
We've been through this. This is this is. Yes, I do.
I'm curious. What you got?
It's already in there.
Is it? Where'd you put in there?
It's just not labeled as that, but I knew it was that because it's my segment, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It was a good suggestion. He finally had a good one.
I did have a good one.
But I never agreed that that's what it was going to be.
Okay, fine. All right. Then it won't be the let's talk about it, and I'll just state it. It feels very good to be appreciated by people, be it your boss, your family, or whatever. I appreciate that my bosses appreciate me. It's a good feeling.
It is a good feeling.
I still like my job. I love my job, actually.
I think there's a lot of people in this world, and I've met them. They undervalue appreciation, not for themselves. They undervalue how important it is to let someone know.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how much it can change someone's entire mood of the dog shit fucking day, week, month, year that they've been having, just to be acknowledged.
Yes.
It's nuts.
Yeah, you can turn somebody's whole fucking year around.
I know plenty of people that are they're going through the ringer and they feel like they're not good enough. They feel like they're not doing enough. They feel like they just like the scum of the fucking earth. And then someone comes along and tells them you're wrong, but then also tells them why they're wrong. It opens up doors to their fucking brain that they thought would be closed for a really long time. Just not only appreciate people, let them know.
Yeah.
Like Jason, I appreciate that he sucks my ass.
That's not very nice. I appreciate that, I can be on this podcast, so people actually come watch it.
How was what I said not nice? I genuinely meant that.
That you appreciate that I suck your ass?
Yeah.
Instead of appreciating that I'm here every week and I'm reliable and I'm actually going to do the show without you and make sure that it keeps going, you just appreciate me putting my lips on your ass.
Yeah, I think that all ties together.
It's all with Jason. All right, I'll give you that. That's quality work.
No, you
That's
fucking
quality.
Know that I appreciate you.
I do.
How many times throughout the years with streaming that I tag you in a fucking random Facebook post, just spewing my heart out about how much I appreciate you.
Yeah, and if one day you ever actually do make it, I better be your right hand man. If you ever pull Mr. Beast and go fully viral and you're making millions, I'm gonna need a good salary.
Yeah, I'll get you a bigger camper.
I'm cool with that, actually. I'm 100p. I'm cool with that.
Okay, so we're happy, go lucky, joyful right now, but I'm about to flip that.
Uh-oh.
So let's talk about it. Is remember when you said one of the topics that said answer Nop's question and truly answer it this time around? Well, here we go. Let's talk about it. So he asked me the other day, because we were talking about work and streaming and stuff, and he was like, well, what do you want to do for work? And I was like, I kept saying all of his questions were, my answer was, I don't know. Well, what do you want to do for hobbies? I don't know. What do you want to do for, like, streaming? Where do you want to go from here and blah, blah, blah? I don't know. That was my answer for everything, was I don't know.
Okay.
The true answer is I don't know. But the answer isn't because I have no fucking clue or desire. It's that I genuinely don't know. And I say that because at a certain point, a while back, I didn't even know that I wanted to even be here and exist anymore. I lost all hope within myself. And like it was rough. It was a rough patch. Like I had nothing going for me. I was mentally, physically, and just like emotionally broken. I was rock bottom. I was in this fucking the dirt underneath of it. Like it wasn't in a good place. And like slowly I started digging myself out of it because nobody else is fucking doing it. So that's when I started streaming because I wanted something to work for. I wanted a distraction. And one of my best friends that had passed away, that was on the list of things that put me in a downward spiral. We had talked about it a long time ago that we always wanted to like get paid to play video games. Like that would be the fucking coolest thing ever. And back then when we had those thoughts, that wasn't a thing. People weren't getting paid to play video games. Not on a wide scale. It was small scale shit. So I was like, I like video games. I'm all right at video games. I want to try streaming out. And that's when like I dedicated a lot of effort, time, and money to getting everything that I needed to do it. And you were there at the beginning. Like I was doing it. Like I was trying.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I was working on it. I was trying. I loved it. And like I kept striving to keep doing it. I kept making new goals to keep going, to keep pushing, to actually aspire to make it. And then at a certain point, I didn't love it anymore. I don't know why. I just didn't. And I spent a couple of years not loving it, but still trying to, like I wasn't finding the joy. I had, other than the reason to not give up on my dream, I didn't have a reason to keep going. I didn't want it anymore. And it took me like 2 years for me to finally talk myself into not doing it.
So you felt like it was like a responsibility, even though you didn't love it, you just had to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because you were already, I got you.
Like I didn't want to do it. Like I kept going live, but like I would somewhat try to talk myself out of it because I didn't want to do it. Like I didn't want to go live because I didn't want to play the game that I was playing, or I didn't want to dedicate the energy to talking to people while I was playing a game that I didn't even want to play. Like I don't know. Somewhere along the lines, I had a dream and I gave up on the dream. Stopped loving the dream. Stopped caring about chasing the dream. And no matter what I did, I couldn't find the feeling. We've had this discussion. I couldn't find it. I tried. It was not for lack of effort. I could not find it. Like up until last year, like I was taking like a couple of days off, not months, before like my next stream. Like it was, I would take 2-3 days off, and that felt like, no matter how much I didn't want to do it, that felt too long. But eventually, I got to the point where I was like, I don't want this. I don't want to do this anymore. And like that was my hobby, but I wanted it to be more. That's all I had. That's all. That was my dream. I didn't come up with anything else. That was the only thing that made me want to like be better at, a lot of things. And then when I lost that, like the want, I was like, what do I do now?
Right.
I didn't think I'd get this far. So the answer to his question is, I don't know. Like I don't have a 5-year plan for myself, for hobbies, for work, for life, because I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far.
You just day to day with it.
I'm just living in the moment. That's all I have. That's my answer.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of career I want to have. I don't know what kind of path I want to take in life. I don't know what kind of streamer I want to be, if I even want to do it anymore, but I'm still trying. Like I'm still trying to do that. Like you ever have a dream and it's like you eat, sleep, breathe, like everything around that dream. Everything that you do in life is around it. And you make a lot of sacrifices for it, but like everything else comes second to it. You ever have one of those?
Yeah.
And then one day you just don't want it anymore. But I spent a long time after that. No matter how much I didn't want it, I still tried to chase it. And I was like, I felt like wasted effort, time, energy, but I didn't want to give up. But then a really smart girl that I know one time told me, said, change the plan, but never the goal. And that's what I kept telling myself. Every time I had to restart because I had to make a new community because I was changing games, or just any time that I had to, because I've had to restart from scratch in a lot of cases when it came to this. I kept telling myself that. Change the plan, but never the goal. But eventually, I was like, I don't even know what the goal is anymore. That's when I stepped away. When I no longer knew what the goal was.
Lost the plot.
Because I changed the plan plenty of times, and I was like, all right, this didn't work. Scratch that. New plan. Tried, failed. Scratch that. New plan. I did that. I couldn't tell you how many times. But I never gave up until I did.
That might not be your fault, though, because you say change the plan, never the goal. But at what point do you have to self-evaluate and figure out if that goal is really what you should be working towards, versus maybe you need to transition into something different, completely, different. So I can understand that. I can see where that's the thought process.
I refer you to my answers. I don't know.
I got it. But
I wish
it's
I
funny
did.
because, it's interesting you say it that way, because I recently have been talking to my kids. When you ask them a question, they're like, I don't know. Like, I don't know isn't a valid answer. But it's interesting because as an adult, it can be a valid answer. Because you might have so much going on, you genuinely don't know the answer to something when it's asked to you.
Oh, I know the answer.
It is you don't know.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
When it comes to this, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I could sit here and rack my brain for hours, and I couldn't give you another answer. Because I genuinely, I don't know. I don't know what I want. Not when it comes to this. I don't know.
All right, then an adjacent question then. Do you think you ever will know?
I don't know. I've always been a checkers player or chess player. But for the first time in my life, I'm playing one move at a time.
Well, sometimes that's what you have to do, though. Sometimes you have to get tunnel vision and just move forward through your day and just see what comes at you from different directions, and that might influence you or change the way you think. Sometimes a lot of people don't like this thought process, but sometimes you just got to forget about something and then just let things happen organically, and it'll come to you.
That's what I'm doing. Taking it step by step.
It's not a bad suggestion.
Like
that's not a bad idea.
That's where I'm at. Step by step, day by day. This is where I'm at.
Well, that's what you got me for, baby. Here to make smile. Come on, man. You want to smile with me? There you go. There it is. There's that cute little smile.
Suck my ass. But so that's it. Like there. So to sum it up, at one point, I had no want, will, nor drive to make it to the next day until I did. And then once I got to that point, I kept finding a reason to make it to the next day. That is hard. I don't know if you know that, but I know there's plenty of people out there that do know that and can relate with that. Is sometimes finding a reason to get to the next day, you got to dig deep, you know? That's where I was at. And that's what led me on the path and the journey that I was on, because it gave me a reason. Now, whoa, let's back it up for a second. I am not saying that I'm back into the I don't have a reason to make it to tomorrow mindset. But I'm also not saying that I'm not sort of there.
Right.
I'll be here tomorrow, but if I'm not, it's not my choice. The universe decided that. But my point is that at that time, that was my mindset. I had no want until I found a reason. Where I'm at right now, I'm looking for a better reason.
I'm not enough. I'm the reason for tomorrow. So you can look forward to doing this with me and all the moist forces that support us.
No, my reason will have nothing to do with another person. I not ever again will I allow myself to justify my reason and my happiness because of someone else. That put me on a bad path.
It's also subjective.
Putting my eggs in someone else's basket. I never again will I allow myself to give someone that much power over me.
And I understand that, but it also can go both ways though, because putting your eggs in someone else's basket, look at the situation I'm in. It can work out different ways. It can.
What I'm telling you is I am happy for you and that it worked out for you. But based on my life experiences, I can never do that again.
We'll find you somebody.
No. I'm not saying I won't ever actually fall in love with someone again and want to spend my life with them. That's not what I'm saying. I am not basing my reasoning for growing and succeeding and being a better person because of someone else. I'm doing it. I'm looking for it because I want it. I'm putting my eggs back in my fucking basket. I'm fucking yoinking them bitches from everybody that kept taking one out the basket, and I'm filling my shit back up. I'm taking power. I'm taking control.
Good for you.
That's where I'm at.
He's woman. Hear him roar.
Fuck you.
I had a good omelet this morning. Speaking of eggs, I had a very good omelet this morning.
Just wanted to talk about that.
All right.
I'm sure I'm definitely 100% with certainty sure that there are people listening to this when they listen to it that understand and relate to some of the stuff I was saying.
Absolutely. Everybody relates to somebody at some level, no matter how much or how little. Everybody can relate to something.
But not if you end up listening to this full episode and you get to this part, I don't know. Maybe next time we have the conversation, I'll have an answer.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to listen to this. He's going to come back to you and be like, that wasn't a proper answer. Like the entire spiel. That wasn't an answer. So
it has to be. Because I got nothing else.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. We're going to move on because I want to know about this this other post you got up here. About this giant wave pool.
Oh, the Navy's indoor ocean. So I was watching this video, right?
Yeah, I need to know about
this. And this guy was like, the Navy has an indoor ocean. And I was like, no, the fuck, they what? Let me watch this. Oh, shit, they do. It's like the size of a football field almost. It is fucking. So they got these things on the sides, like little flaps. I don't know. Rotors. I don't know. That's like, they move. They move. That's like
a rudder.
They move like this. You know what I'm saying? On one side, and then they move like this on the other side, and they can create any sort of waves that they want, big, little, coming from different directions, like, like they could simulate some shit, and
no shit.
And they use it for like testing, like scale model ships for like durability and weaknesses and stuff like that, and like it looks so cool.
Wait, they have full ships in it?
No, they're scale ships.
Okay, I thought you meant like a.
I think I stated that.
Okay,
scale ships.
Okay, how's it move again?
They go like this. You know what I'm saying? Like picture a fucking a worm. Or you ever played the game Little Big Snake? Picture you 1v1 in Saiku.
I love that game.
Yeah, picture you 1v1 in Saiku on fucking at the top water, a Little Big Snake in between rank rounds on Apex, and you fuck them up. Like it's doing that move.
Jesus Christ. It's weird saying that they have an indoor ocean. It's just the wording threw me off.
Yeah, because they like it actually looks like an ocean too, like the way that, like it's dark water and like it's pretty similar. It's fucking cool. Here, let me see.
They're making like full fucking white caps and all sorts of shit, roadways and everything. That's cool though. I mean, I would expect nothing less from a government who overspends on everything. Why wouldn't they fucking have an indoor ocean?
I'm here at the Navy.
You can't see this, but
no, I can't. I'll look it up later.
It's the biggest wave pool in the world, and they can make all kinds of different waves.
Look, you see the things?
So
they go. They're just
scale ships.
You are
make them better before they
amazed by this.
Look at this.
I came in and I'd seen some pictures, but I just walked in here, and it's insane. Because they say indoor ocean, but like it's exactly what it is. The water even looks ocean colored. It doesn't look like.
I'm looking at pictures, however, and that is like monstrously big.
It looks like a test facility.
Like, look at this.
Huge.
Oh wow, yeah, they can create little side. Oh look, it does move like that.
I told you, bro. You know,
about the size of a football field out there.
That's
the
funny.
Dome above it was the largest freestanding
I would expect nothing less from them. But
Like
that is cool. It's just you read something like that. The Navy's indoor ocean. Your first thought is like your brain pops. It's like what?
High frequency
What do you mean?
waves travel
Because when
slower than
you said
low-frequency
wave
waves.
pool, like the
In
only
fact,
thing I
it's in
have
the
for
pool.
reference
This
is
causes
like
the wave
the
No.
Crystal Beach at Six
I never
Flags.
said it was a wave pool.
add up for
You said it earlier. Off
Indoor. No, I said they have an indoor ocean.
Okay. Well, you said it's like a wave pool where they make their own waves.
I never said that.
Okay. Well,
But I mean, it is. Sort of.
it is, but
like
the
on
only
a wider scale. It's
why the only frame of reference I have is like the pool at Six Flags with like 1,000 people in
it's
it.
like I think it's like 20 feet deep.
Jesus.
Like I don't know if you know how deep 20 feet is, but it's like almost 3 Shaquille O'Neals.
Almost 3 Shaquille O'Neals.
Well, America, we'll measure it anything but the fuck.
Oh yeah, you lying. It's 3 Yao Mings.
Yeah. We'll measure it anything but the fucking system the rest of the world uses.
Right? It's 2 Ugga-Duggas and a
But seriously, that's fucking. As soon as I saw that, I had to put that down because that's fucking awesome.
No, it is. It is.
I would
actually.
love to swim in that.
I would not.
I'm a fucking natural born flotation device.
I am not.
Hear me out. So back in high school, right? They have the military recruiters that come in. So they would come in during our lunch periods and they would talk to the kids, right? So I went up to the Marines. I went up to the dude and I said, "Listen, give it to me straight." I gave him my numbers. I said, "How much weight do I need to lose?" He gave me a fucking answer.
You didn't like it?
I shook his hand. I said, "You have a good day, sir." I went and signed out to be a fucking lifeguard.
Oh my God.
The lady said, "Are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want to do? Sir, you can do this?" I said, "Lady, here, look at me. I'm a natural born flotation device."
Because we all know shit floats.
It's a true story. That happened.
Yeah. That's funny. Did we want to
No.
with a no? Okay, so
I
we'll
don't.
just
I
move
don't.
on.
I don't. I don't. I don't even know what you were gonna say. Probably Mount Rushmore.
Probably. Yep. That is one brain. We're working together on this.
We're running out of time.
I know we are. So we're gonna jump right into my urban words for the week. Are there any ones off just looking at them that you're curious about?
So I know what the second to last one is. I know what the last one is. I know what the
that last one's.
I know what the third one is. I have no idea what the first two are. Like they don't really.
Okay.
I don't. When I look at them, I don't think, man, I need to know that. But I have no fucking clue what they are. So
Okay. All right. So the first one he's referring to, it's called Jiffy Foot. So apparently, right.
You stick your fucking foot inside of a jar of peanut butter.
And then you let the dog lick it off? Yes. No, that's not what this is.
Why'd you do that? No, because when you said that, it made me think of the road trip scene, the movie Road Trip. Remember?
Yeah, I do. Or American Pie.
No, I specifically thought of Road Trip because he talked about it with peanut butter. It's like, you ever put peanut butter in your dog's balls and let him lick it off? It's all right because it's your dog or something like that.
Moist Forcers, listen up. If you ever go to somebody's house and you go to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you open the peanut butter up and there's a round hole in the middle, don't eat that peanut butter. Anyway, Jiffy Foot is... I swear to
God, when I get to your house, that's the first thing I'm doing is opening up all your jars.
Jiffy Foot is Southern slang for the blackened soles of one's bare feet, getting its name from walking to the Jiffy Mart, a mostly defunct brand of convenience stores in Florida. Not exactly an insult, but mostly just to point out that you need to wash your dirty ass feet. So if you've got the Jiffy Foot, the bottom of your feet are just black because you've been walking barefoot to the convenience store.
That's not what I thought that was going to be, and I don't... What the fuck is a Jiffy Mart?
I do know what a Jiffy Mart is, actually, because I lived in South Florida for a year. Jiffy Mart's like a 7-Eleven, but it's a more like... I don't want to call it run down, but it's a more local kind of convenience store. Oh. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one is SpawnCon. So this is when Instagram celebs promote products that absolutely do not work, but they make it like it works because they're promoting it. Like, oh, I did this juice cleanse and I lost 10 pounds in 3. It's a SpawnCon.
I don't know what the fuck you just said. You went all like robotic and freezy mode. Like, I don't.
Wow. Okay.
SpawnCon. Celebrities promoting shit that don't work. Why is it called that though?
Because celebrities, when they're telling something, they're saying because they're being sponsored. They're getting paid by that company.
SpawnCon. Got it. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. My brain didn't. Oh my.
I had to smooth brain that for him.
Yeah, no, you did. My brain did not fucking.
Were you thinking like Spock?
You know what's funny is when I first read that, my brain thought that's what it said.
I know.
That was the dyslexia kicking in, though.
I get it. So the third one
you don't get it. You don't even know what dyslexia is.
But I understand you having it because it affects me all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
The third one is straycation. So this is a vacation taken by a person with the intention to be unfaithful to their significant other. So I'm not sure how this works. I've never personally done it. I don't plan to ever do it. I'm not a stray kind of guy.
It's straycation. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You go on like a camping trip with the boys, but realistically, you're going to fucking meet up with Bertha and go to Pound Town.
Okay.
Have I ever done that? No, but like that's what it is.
Fair enough. All right. The next one is revenge arc.
Yeah, I'm actually on a revenge arc right now.
Making them regret how they treated you by absolutely bettering yourself, working out, doing what you need to do to become a better person. So the next time they look at you, they go, "Damn."
Yep, I'm on my revenge arc right now. I got a lot of people to prove wrong.
Yes, you do.
But most importantly, myself.
And then the last one, I believe we've all been a victim of this one, the sub retweet. It's when someone... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, because I want to hear it.
It's when someone doesn't even have the balls to subtweet you or at you. So they find some random deep ass inspirational quote or some tweet and they retweet it knowing it's about you, but you're not actually in it. They don't at you, they don't tweet you. They just put this up as like passive aggressive, like, yeah, this is how I feel. And they know that it's about you.
Yeah, it's just a subtweet.
Yeah. But it's a sub retweet though. It's somebody else's retweet that they plagiarize their own about you.
Yeah, it's still just a subtweet.
Right. It's just passive aggressive.
They're just yeah, it's still the fucking same thing.
It is. It's just somebody that doesn't have the balls to at you.
Yeah, I know.
With their opinion.
Yeah, because when I saw sub retweet, I was like, is this an old man moment? Because like it's just a subtweet.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's a sub retweet.
No, I get what they're saying because like they're not typing the mess. Like, so in a subtweet, you low key talk shit about someone. Like you say things that are referencing them that they would know that they're referencing, but you don't actually say it's them out loud. Right. And then so they didn't type the message. Someone else typed a message that could have said what they were going to say, and then they just retweeted it. So I get it, but it's still it's still the same thing.
It is, but it's also, I feel like it might be a little bit more shitty because how much effort did you put into going into random like tweets looking for one that was suitable and fit the criteria that you needed instead of just typing your own shit up?
I think just be a fucking man. You gotta say with your chest. Feel me?
Well, that goes into the whole thing we've talked about where, the internet's made people way too comfortable talking shit, not realizing somebody can show up at your front door. Like,
yeah, bro, we were playing New World earlier, and this dude, like, so Di and I were at the Weaver's Fen Fort on New World, capturing it just because, like, two reasons. One, we need it for our seasonal challenge, and two, that's the fort to capture right now because First Light doesn't exist anymore. Like, that's gives you extra bonuses for your crafting,
right? For
your daily crafts. And these dudes roll up while we're dueling in there, and like they did shit on us because like they caught us off guard, and we were like in the middle of a duel. But then we came back and fucked them up, and then they were talking mad shit because then Magician showed up. He was already on the way. He's our healer. And as soon as he comes into fort and sees Magician, he goes, "LOL, you need a healer?" Blah blah. Just starts talking mad shit. But that same dude,
is that the point of the game?
That same dude, we clapped his ass every fucking fight. We couldn't kill the other one, but that's because like he was running one of those super dumbass evasive long range builds. So like even if you get close, his build is meant to just
run away,
gap you, and then turn around and shoot you with the bow, rinse and repeat. Like it's like, but he was talking shit too. Anyway, that was just mad shit.
Yeah,
but
that's how.
But he was like, blah, blah, blah. He was like, we dogged on those goofies earlier, and I was like, you beat us once.
And also, it's a video game.
But but like, why are you mad? Like, what are you mad about? You came in talking shit, and then when we say something back, all of a sudden it's a problem. But like, you're getting beat. Like it just like you wait people talking like don't talk some shit.
Just keep it humble.
He kept that's the worst part is he kept saying blah blah blah. Why are we talking? Just let's just fight. And I'm like, okay. But then he kept talking.
Right?
I'm like, I don't think you understand how this works. And then he got real mad because I said you sit crisscross applesauce, huh? And he was like, no, but your aunt does. And I was like, what? That's not even. So then I told him,
insult.
Yeah, I was like, what? That doesn't even make sense. I don't even have it on. Anyway, he was. So I said back to him. I said, eBay sells joke books with better comebacks than that. Like that was. I won at that point. Like,
okay,
I take that as a dub because that was the worst. Fucking, if I wanted to come back, I'd wipe it off of his mom's lip.
We're gonna make a new topic, like Norstar's aggressive New World quotes. It sounds like we could make one. So,
there's a lot of content there.
And then the last one, we always do an urban 90s word. This week's is the Robert Downey Jr. So, the Robert Downey Jr., this refers to his previous life where he had a lot of extracurricular activities, we'll say.
He indulged in the booger sugar?
Yes. So, in the 90s, he was arrested driving down Sunset Boulevard in his Porsche, butt naked, with cocaine, heroin, and a loaded .357 Magnum in the car.
That's some what's that Leo DiCaprio movie? Was it Wolf of Wall Street or just Wall Street?
No, it's Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that's some Leo DiCaprio shit.
Right. So the Robert Downey Jr. is you have to get completely loaded on whatever substance you deem necessary for your fun.
It's not 30-year-old Quaaludes.
And then you have to jump in your vehicle and you got to drive naked, but you have to act completely normal, like nothing's wrong. That's the Robert Downey Jr.
That is no, thank you. No, thank you.
Butt naked in the car, just driving with the radio up, like ain't nothing wrong. Just a normal Tuesday.
If I'm acting like anyone doing the whole butt naked thing, I'm going with Ron White. I'm sitting in a beanbag chair, naked, eating Cheetos.
Right. Strong look.
But anyway,
bad visual, but strong look.
Jason's he's on a time crunch. He's got some plans, and we're a little bit past when he needed to be off here. Hopefully, Rachel doesn't yell at me. I'm alright if she yells at him.
I got a text.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I do.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. My name is Norstar. You can find me on Norstar TV on all social platforms. Just Norstar on Twitch. I did stream on Twitch the other day for New World VOD reasons, but I'm also we'll talk about it next time. But I'm on a toss up between staying on Twitch and grinding kick more. I'm leaning more towards Twitch, but I'll explain it why next time. But follow me on all social platforms. Jason?
I am Shades of Idiocy, Jason. We appreciate you guys coming and listening. We're trying to keep this stuff interesting and fresh for you. We appreciate everybody that shows up. We appreciate everybody that shares this, comments on the YouTube page. You can find me on here or usually in his Twitch or Kick moderating his channel. Tell somebody, keep coming back. Thank you so much.
So Jason, I have a joke for you real quick.
I mean, I'm already looking at your face.
I didn't really like memorize it, but I did write this the other day. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Kitchen sink.
Kitchen sink who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Excuse me, Mr. Sink. Hey, your friend Norstar, you should really learn to read the room more often. It causes headaches and stress for others around you when you don't. Now let that sink in. That was a double. That was a double entendre.
Did I not read the room correctly?
Nah, I thought about you and I was like, he sucks at reading rooms, and I wanted to write this joke. I executed it poorly, but it's like knock knock, who's there? Kitchen sink, and then I knocked again, but like it's me this time, and I'm talking to you, and I was like, you need to learn to read the room correctly, because it stresses other people out. And then I'm so I'm telling you to let that sink in, like to your mental, but also there's a sink at the door, let them in.
Okay, so you're saying I suck at reading rooms.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you're really good at sucking my ass.